Hey guys, what's up? Angren with my Quill Volley Diablo 4 Season 8 updated build guide, and Woody Show discovered a new technique to really boost up our damage, and it's apparently our best build now for the season, and we hope it's not gonna get fixed. It has some kind of weird interactions, and we're gonna talk about the interaction between the Flesh Reaper's Disruption and also Varshan's Lifesteal. I will explain you in a minute how you can achieve the crazy numbers, and if you look at the Helltide Pit leaderboards, can see Spiritborn climbing the ranks right now. So let's gonna start with the boss power. So why is this build so strong? Well, we're gonna do absurd amounts of damage with the VARSHAN Lifesteal modifier. Activating your main power inflicts nearby enemies with 960% corrupting damage over 2 seconds. You can get this even higher if you're gonna get more Paragon and also more boss power levels. I just got back from my vacation, so I couldn't play that much. But we're also gonna activate this through the Flesh Reaper's Disruption. Damaging a vulnerable enemy removes the vulnerable and then stuns them and surrounding enemies for 0.5 seconds. This stun applies 100% more stagger to bosses. So what does this make stronger? Well, apparently the Flesh Reaper's Disruption doesn't have an internal cooldown, so we can apply this as often as we can attack, because the Varshan's Lifesteal gonna get applied when you're gonna apply your Flesh Reaper's Disruption. And thanks to our aspect of a cursed touch, up to 32% chance for your skills to inflict vampiric curse to enemies. Enemies afflicted with vampiric curse are also vulnerable. The important part is you won't gonna remove the vulnerable effect because they're still cursed, so you cannot remove it, so you will constantly trigger your boss power with every hit you're gonna take. So the more hits you're gonna make, the more you're gonna trigger this one, and that's the reason why this is so damn strong, because you're gonna trigger it so many times with every attack and with every of your Quill Volley projectile you're gonna do. And because we have so many projectiles, we're gonna proc this so often, and it is so OP. And right now it kind of seems that every single of the Varshan Lifesteal affected monster will blow up each on their own. We still don't know if this is a bug, if Blizzard will fix. They didn't fix it like one day after. Keeps me kind of promising that this build will be around since the end of season 8. So we're now going to discuss the details of the build, which gear things change, because on my last video I talked mainly about the poison build. This build is now way stronger, and I will also update the Chaplana with this section of the build. We're also going to discuss our boss powers, gear, skills, Paragon, and also how you can maintain your resource with your Quill Volley, because it can be really spirit hungry. So, but before we're gonna jump into the video, please leave a like and a sub if you like this video until now, and also hit the notification bell so you won't ever miss any new content of mine. So let's gonna start with the new introduction in season 8, the boss powers. As I said, take Flesh Reaper's Disruption. I think you don't even need to level this up at first. You can take this as your last level up for your boss power, but you definitely want to get your Varshan's Lifesteal as high as you can get early on. And then also get Synod's Flames. It will get us more increased damage to all elements. So also keep in mind you kind of need max res on it. I'm currently still struggling a bit on res because I recently entered the T4 with it, and because T4 was really easy to get even with really shitty gear with this build. And also get the Harbingers of Hatred's Volley. You need to kill the Harbinger of Hatred for this boss power. It will even further enhance our vulnerable damage. So this is the boss power setup. It is really strong. You can play this right from the get-go when you're gonna get the Flesh Reaper's Disruption and after you killed Varshan. Now for Spirit Hall, we're gonna take the Jaguar as the main and the Jaguar as the second. So we're gonna get more ferocity because we're gonna play with our aspect of plane's power, and also we're gonna play with the loyalties mental, so our Spirit Hall choices get 100% more potent if they're matched. We're gonna get 2 ferocity charges and also up to 39% of our damage that we dealt, and because it will get enhanced from the boss powers, we're gonna deal even more damage with our primary Jaguar Spirit Hall. So that's great. So take loyalties mental as your helmet. You don't even need a J on it, but if you want to have J, the all stats will be be the most important one. For chest, because we don't play with Noxus Resonance any longer, and because we are not Poison Build any longer, we can play with Prodigy's Tempo now, so we can naturally reduce our cooldown, so we can naturally reduce the cooldowns of our ranks, and that means we don't need to play Yakinth Shell and with the life training resource, so that's really great. So just take a legendary armor until you get either Shroud of False Death. The Shroud of False Death is by far the best item in here, and until you have Shroud of the False Death, take a legendary chest with max life armor and some rest, because you kind of need to cap your rest early on, and also get Barrier Gen if you don't have your temerity to 100%, and also take the aspect of disobedience on it, and also keep in mind that you need maximum armor. So for your gloves, take damage over time, because Varshan's lifesteal is a damage over time. Also, this will get enhanced by it, and also take Dex as a G and also the Lucky Chance. This is really important to restore our primary resource, because we need this so we can constantly cast our Quill Volley. For your tempers, get Music Circle Potency and also either Vortex Size or Barrel Gen if you still need it. I got crit strike damage because I still have the leftover from Noxus Resonance, but because we're gonna play with the Plains Power, your first priority is the Music Circle Potency. And for your aspect, you can either take the aspect of Inner Calm, you can get up to 39% more damage, or you can also take the aspect where your Quill Volley return to yourself. But I still think, as far as I know from Season 6, back then, it is not that important if you just want to have a maximum hits on the target. So either take Rebounding aspect or the aspect of Inner Calm for more damage. Then for Pens temerity, they are our absolute best. Pens, your first priority should be to get the 100% on the berry, and then just get some more maximum life as a GA, and then you are fine. For your boots, take the duelist aspect, so we're gonna get more ferocity charges, so we can get more damage from our Music Circle Potency, and also get Dex on it, kinda vigor per second. If you have enough vigor, you don't need it. And instead of vigor, then take movement speed, and also for the beginning, all rest, so you're gonna max the rest later. The later stages, when you have more tempered gear and also more Paragon level, you can switch this out with like maximum life or armor. And for tempers, also get Barrier Gen or Vortex Size and also movement speed. So for your weapon, that's really important, as I said, get the aspect of Plains Power, so you're gonna get your maximum ferocity charges while you are in the circle, and you're also gonna get more damage the more stacks you're gonna have, and this will get enhanced by the Checkerman Hall, and also this will also enhance the Varshan lifesteal damage. So this is really important. That's also the reason why you want to get Mystic Circle Potency, so you will get even more damage out of it. For your stats on your weapon, get max life, damage over time, and also dexterity. And for your inherent weapon, you can either get quarter stuff, or also the polearm is good, where you're gonna get more vulnerable damage, because more vulnerable damage will also boost our Varshan's lifesteal. And for our tempers, get the Music Circle Potency as the offensive temper. And for a weapon temper, I think Quill Volley, I think a chance to cast Quill Volley projectiles twice is the best one. But right now, the double cast for the Rod of Kepeleke is bugged, and I still don't know if this applies to the general temper, that you cannot get the general chance to cast Quill Volley twice, or only the Kepeleke. So I would still recommend you to get the chance to cast Quill Volley projectiles twice. I got the primary Jaguar Spirit Hall Potency because I'm playing multiple builds, so I have a more common weapon. If you also want to play it with Race Wings or something other, take primary Jaguar Spirit Hall. If you're only playing Quill Volley, just take your Quill Volley weapon temper. And for Amulet, take the Vehement Brawler aspect, so you're gonna get more damage after you cast an ultimate skill. Also get Dex on it, max life on it, and you don't need cooldown reduction. Get something like Potent, because with Potent we're gonna do more damage to our enemies in general, so this is a really good fix. And for tempers, get again Music Circle Potency, and for your resource, you can get resource cost reduction, because we don't need the Hunter cooldown reduction, because thanks to our loyalties medal, we have such a low cooldown of our Hunter. It's like 10 or 15 seconds, really low, so either get resource cost reduction, resource generation, or chance to restore primary resource. So for your first ring, I did test out the Ring of Midnight Sun, but because we're gonna have a low crit chance, it is not that great. If you have the mythic ring with the 50% resource cost reduction, also 50% more damage on it, take it. Otherwise, I think you should take a legendary ring with Mystic Circle Potion. See another aspect that gives you more damage, and also temper that gives you resource cost reduction. It's better than Ring of the Midnight Sun. You can see it as my second ring, where I get the aspect of a Cursed Touch, which is mandatory for this build, and also get max life on it, damage over time, and also dex, and for tempers take Mystic Circle Potion, see, and also resource cost reduction. For gems, just try to get your res max with it, and for your main gems on your chest, on your pants, take the emeralds for more dex. For your Runewords, take the Ahu and the Quax rune. Right now I got the Seer rune because I didn't have the Ahu acquired yet. For the Ahu rune, you're gonna have a 100% chance to luck hit when the enemy is not healthy, and then you're gonna get increased damage, which is really strong. And for your other rune, take the Tool rune, so you're gonna get Ice Over that freezes and vulnerable than me, and also get something like cast 5 skills, and then you are exhausted. Or spend 5% primary resource, it is also good. For Skilltree, it's really easy. Take Rock Splitter so you can get to your Quill Volley, take Quill Volley and also advantages Quill Volley, then also take Vigorous so you can get to the focus skills. You can also invest more skills into Vigorous if you're just gonna take 1 point of Vortex, so you're gonna get more Vigor generation, and for focus skills, get at least 1 point of Vortex, also the replenishing Vortex, so we're gonna reduce the cooldown of it, and also take 1 point of Mirage, so you can get 3 points of unrestrained power, get Ravagers, also the measured Ravager, so we're gonna get more Vigor generation, and we're gonna port our enemies, get 3 points of the focal point, Apex, and diminishment for more vulnerable damage and damage reduction against vulnerable enemies. For the defensive skills, take 1 point of endurance, is also 3 points into perseverance for more damage reduction per 6 of resolve, get max of armored height, and also reinforce armored height, so we are always unstoppable and have more resolve stacks. Get 1 point into scourges, also reinforced scourge. I got points into counterattack because I got the Ring of Midnight Sun, but I will take it out because we don't play the crit version. You can also take this in Patient Guard. Get 3 points to the anti-venom, so we're gonna get more poison resistance and max poison resistance, and this will also boost our boss power. And for your potency skills, get max into Resilient and also max points into Potent, so we're gonna do more damage against our targets. For ultimate skills, take 3 points into Hunter, or you can even take 4 or 5 points into the Hunter, also the Glyphs to it, and then get 3 points into Resolution, either 1 or 3 points into Spiritual Attunement, 3 points into Supremacy, and you don't need any points into Efficacy and Sustenance. It is still left over from my Razor Wings build. And for your ultimate passive, take Birch's Tempo. So for your Paragon, it's now kind of a bit different than the poison version. So for your first board, take Spirit, so you're gonna do more damage against the targets. For the second board, take Revealing, so you're gonna do more damage against vulnerable enemies and knocked out enemies. For your Glyph, take Colossal, so you're gonna do more damage the more resolves you have. For your next board, take Convergence, it's still the same, and also take the Ritual for more Mystic Circle Potency. For second last board, take Vicious Shield, so we're gonna do more damage while we have a barrier, and also take Turf, so we're gonna do more damage against close targets. And for our last board, take the Cannon Cleave, so we're gonna do more non-physical damage, and also take Zapping Node, so we regenerate our vigor costs, which is really important. So for mercenaries, right now I still got the Subo back from my old poison build, but you should take the right route where you're gonna get more damage over time, and you're gonna also get luck hit chance, which also boosts the VARSHAN life steal modifier. So now to resolve your resource cost problems, as I said, you kinda want to have a resource cost reduction on your jewelry, and also I will advise you to get your zapping board on your first board, because you kinda need it to get your your vigor cost going. I got it on my last board because, yeah, as I said, I'm playing multiple builds and I'm waiting with this Quill Volley build until I have enough points, and since then I'm playing my Razor Wings build. But with that, it's really easy. Just jump in with your Hunter and then cast a Quill Volley, also cast Armor Tide, your Ravager and your Vortex, and then just keep blasting with your Scourge always going, and then it should be really enough. As I said, I don't have the Paragon node yet, and you can see I still can maintain my speed really easily. I hope I could show you a cool build. That is definitely the best build for Spiritborn right now, and it will get you up until 100 hit, and it is also really easy to get into T4 with it. So if you have any further questions regarding the calendar, the skills or the gear, and also the playstyle of this build, please ask them in the comments down below. If you like this video, please leave a like and a sub. It would boost my channel tremendously, and until the next video, bye.